start the interview. The first question is, we are really interested in hiring a teacher who can use the technology effectively. What will be your approach to using technology in your classroom, and why have you selected that approach? Please provide a concrete example of what this approach might look like in your classroom. What kinds of resources do you feel you need to take this approach?
Okay, I will integrate the technology into my lesson plans. Combine the technology with traditional teaching because I think teachers' instructions are very important to students' development. It can help students to master the learning objectives quickly and effectively. When I add the technology into my lessons, students can use the concrete and related traditional teaching tools to strengthen their learning and meet their specific classroom learning goals. After class, I will create a Facebook class group to stay updated and communicate with students. I will also post their assignments on the Facebook, and if students have any questions about their assignments, they can ask me through the Facebook class group. For example, if I introduce one animal to students, I would let them watch a video about this animal at first, so they would have a visual impression on this animal. And then I would introduce the appearance, the habits, the enemies of this animal, and then they could use the website properly to create a web to show their understandings of this animal, or they can use a free drawing website to draw this animal. And after I guide them the information that they needed, students can be clear how they can create their work. From their creation, I can identify the mastery of their understanding. And these websites are all very interesting and colorful. Students can create their work individually. About their assignments, I would let them to use the website to create a work podcast to introduce this animal to others. If I want to use this approach in my classroom, I will need to make sure that each student had an iPad or computer because it's the necessity for them to log in the website and create their works. And students also need to know how to use this website in the classes, so I would help them to revise the usage of this website before class.
Okay, the second question. As we strive to use technology more often and more effectively, we are concerned about our students' safety and ability to use technology appropriately. What sorts of things should we be thinking about as with this concern?
Okay, firstly, students can to cultivate and manage their digital identity and reputation and are aware of the permanence of their actions in the digital world. Students need to have the conscience to build their digital identity and pay attention to their words posted online. Secondly, students engage in safe, positive legal behavior when using the technology. Students may view the strangers they have not met as potential friends, so they need to pay attention to these strangers. Thirdly, students demonstrate an understanding of and respect for the rights and obligations of sharing and using intellectual property. When they need to cite others' pictures or articles, they need to write the reference at the end of their works. It's a protection of others' work. And last, students need to protect their online data. Our teachers also need to teach them how to protect themselves and their equipment from harm.
Okay, for the third question. Some of our teachers recently attended a conference where the focus was on students as designers and makers with technology. They also reported the use of the phrase students as producers commonly at the conferences. What does it mean when students are designers, makers, and producers with technology? And is this something we should take seriously as we consider how to use technology across our
Okay, to this problem, students as producers means that students can gather information from technology to draw a conclusion or create a work. They have the ability to explore the world using technology individually and build their knowledge through real-world experience. Teachers can let the lesson become student-oriented, and students can learn the outside using technology. Students as producers, makers, designers with technology, teachers can help students when they are confused and help them to build their knowledge by themselves or together with other classmates. In my classroom, I would guide students to explore different technology tools. They can explore the usage of these websites, and teachers, students can. We need to believe that our students have the ability to contact all kinds of technology tools, and the teacher can give opportunity for students to become producers. It can help them to engage more and think more in the lesson.
Okay, let's move to the fourth question. Our district is really pushing global education, and next year, this needed to be part of our school improvement plan. What is your perspective on global education? How can it be implemented well? What are the benefits of this type of teaching and
Okay, to this problem, students become global citizens through global education. They enhance their understanding of this world. They learn more about the international communities, the social justice issues, and global events. We as teachers need to combine the global education with different courses. Like in social studies, we can compare the histories of two different countries so that students can understand that different cultural backgrounds can cause different situations. And in the lessons of history, we can introduce the global events to students so they can learn the world from different perspectives. And there are many benefits of this type of teaching and learning. Students can build their connections with the outside. It's a good way for them to broaden their horizons, link the knowledge with this world, and students learn more and become more willing to engage in the lessons.